special treat for our special guests, the Witcher Geralt and his enchanting partner, Shana. Musicians, something lovely for the loving couple.
At last, music for our loving embrace.
Pues sí, va a ser aquí pequeño recap. Una pequeña recap para la gente que lo va a estar viendo esto en YouTube después. Nada más que primero que nada, fuera Spotify. The Witcher 3 tiene muy buena música, como para quitarla. Ahí está. Ok. Nada más, bueno, sí. Da igual. Muy buenas, gente de YouTube, gente que está aquí en el stream. Pues para ustedes no son muy buenas, no estoy saludándoles de nuevo. Seguimos de aquí de un buen rato que tenemos en directo. Y bueno, hoy vamos a estar continuando con Hearts of Stone. Me interesa que empezamos en el último directo de... Vaya, aquí de que hicimos de The Witcher. Y pues lo habrán visto la primera parte subida hace unos días a YouTube. Y bueno, si no recuerdan qué fue el último que hicimos, pues me voy a dar una mordida aquí a mi cena, una cucharadita de carne en su jugo. Lo que hicimos en el episodio anterior es, o sea, básicamente iniciar toda la historia, ¿no? Lo que hicimos fue, había un contrato que nos los dio el señor Olgierd von Everec, que nos decía que teníamos que ir a matar una bestia a las alcantarillas de Oxenford, una ciudad de por aquí. Y pues ya fuimos y resulta que esa bestia era un sapo, que era un príncipe del reino de Ophir, que es básicamente como los reinos árabes del universo de The Witcher. Y pues la pelea es un poco dura, recordarán que nos costó un poquito a nosotros aquí en directo, pero pues lo logramos. Y a final de cuentas, pues lo que resulta es que ese príncipe, o sea, era un humano, pero un príncipe de verdad, que estaba maldito por Olgierd, que Olgierd lo maldijo para que se convirtiera en un sapo asqueroso. Y pues al matar al sapo, pues matamos al príncipe también. Justamente en cuanto terminamos la pelea, llega o sea, como un convoy de personas de Ophir que venían buscando a su príncipe. Y como lo acabamos de matar, nos llevan preso para llevarnos de regreso a Ophir y que el rey de Ophir pues nos castigue por matar a su hijo, ¿no? Y en ese inter, para las personas que están viendo esto por primera vez, pues conocen a Gunther Odin, que es un personaje bastante misterioso y poderoso de este universo, que les había hecho también en el chat que pues sus siglas del nombre son GOD, así que como God, pues es alguien muy poderoso, y esa persona nos ofrece liberarnos del barco que pasa un naufragio. Y nos dice que pues, cuando nos liberemos ahí del naufragio, lo encontremos en X lugar, ¿no? Ahí lo encontramos y nos dice que por habernos liberado, él espera que hagamos algo a cambio, obviamente. Y nos dice que tenemos que hacer que Olgierd le pague su deuda. O sea, Olgierd está en deuda con Gunther Odin. Y pues nuestra misión es ayudar a que Olgierd le pueda pagar a Gunther, y para eso tiene que cumplirle primero 3 deseos. Y nosotros, Geralt, este güey de aquí, así, que somos el jugador, pues tenemos que cumplir esos 3 deseos a Olgierd. Y lo que vamos a hacer hoy es el primero. Otra cucharada. Y también quería venir aquí al pueblito este, sobre todo aquí al cartel, porque vamos a conocer aquí a personas de Ophir, que es hasta aquí vamos a encontrarlos directamente. Personas del reino de Ophir, que les digo que es como el reino los reinos árabes de este universo. Lo vamos a encontrar por aquí. También les había platicado en el episodio anterior. A mí aquí hay un nido de monstruos. Banano. ¡Pum! 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 ¡Ajá! Se había platicado en el episodio anterior que uno de estos personajes de Ophir es la razón por la que tenemos que ahorrar muchísimo dinero. También recordarán en el directo anterior que estuvimos vendiendo toda la mercancía que logramos rescatar de los mares de Skellige. Todas las espadas, armaduras, equipo para el caballo, etc. Que conseguimos lootear de ahí. Se lo vendimos a unas personas de aquí de las ciudades. Conseguimos muchísimo dinero. Y aún así, les anticipo que no va a ser probablemente suficiente para todo lo que hay que hacer. Porque este buen hombre que vamos a conocer en Cortinas nos cobra 30.000. De hecho, creo que lo vamos a hacer de una vez. Creo que vamos a comprarle todo lo que necesita de una vez. En Cortinas, sin mayor dilatación. Sin mayor dilación. Y a ver, aquí un lugar abandonado también. Está aquí adelante. Hay que matar a los monstruos que estén por aquí para que la gente pueda regresar a trabajar. Sus tierras. Sus cultivos. Aquí tenemos unos grupitos de neckers, que son estas criaturas pequeñas molestosas que son más que nada fuertes en número. Cuando te empiezan a pegar así de varios. Pero bueno, así uno contra uno la neta no son prácticamente nada. Los podemos deletear así de unos cuantos golpes. Bien, vamos a destruir el nudo. El nudo del nido. Y con esto la gente podrá regresar a su lugar de trabajo, ¿no? Sí, excelente. Otra cucharada de carne o jugo. Llevamos 3. Muy bien. Ya que liberamos esta zona de monstruos, vamos a... ahora sí conocer a nuestro Sugar Baby de Ophir. Y digo Sugar Baby porque le vamos a patrocinar una muy buena parte de todo lo que hace este canal. Pero primero que nada vamos a conocer a su hermano, amigo, compañero. No sé realmente qué sean, pero también es de Ophir. Es el mercader que está aquí. Este merchant. Claro que sí, hermano.
A long way and with dangers fraught. But in our homeland they say, in a risk
Voy a subir un poquito el volumen. Está.
there is honor.
Got a ring to it. Not true in my experience, though. Face plenty of risks. Honor, not so much.
Because risk issues from intent. Important is this intent. The long passage I brave to admire the unknown and bring glory to myself and my liege. The world we must explore. Virgin lands discover. New knowledge garner among our brothers than to spread. For is there in life a beauty greater than to admire the new? To stand in awe of the never-ending creation of the world?
That mean I've landed in a camp of explorers and philosophers?
Indeed. Your customs we come to observe, knowledge to exchange, and goods, naturally, to trade.
O sea que este carnal realmente es una persona super zen.
Your homeland. Be glad to hear some tales about it if you've got the time.
If time you have. For of my home I could speak until your ears wither, and your legs fail you.
Voy a mover la cámara para este lado, para no tapar las opciones de diálogo. Y voy a hacer un poquito más pequeño. Así. Digamos.
What here they call Ophir, in truth, is many diverse polities and peoples.
Ophir.
A land it is of vast steppes, mountains forbidding, lakes clear as crystal, and wild lands untouched. A land of fallen empires, kingdoms at their peak, and tribes that know no monarchs, yet remember in myth a time when the world was young.
You call any of these lands home?
Yes, a town with towers to make Nilfgaard weep with envy. Of philosophers, doctors, mathematicians, and mages an enclave. But about these last you should, my friend, interrogate, for one among them is he, a rune-write.
I'll make it a point to talk to him.
El Rune Ride es nuestro Sugar Baby.
What did you bring from Ophir? Mind if I have a look?
Vamos a ver qué vende. Vende el sable decorado que ya tenemos. Una túnica que también ya tenemos. Una ballesta que se la voy a comprar. Tienen también cosas para el caballo de conmemorativos de Ophir que también los voy a comprar. Cartas de Gwent que claramente también voy a comprar. Son cartas de líder y una carta especial. Y le voy a vender pues estas cosas que tengo extras de, como de comida y eso. Todos los consumibles que a mí personalmente no me sirven. Así. Y pues esta piel, estas cosas y estas cosas X. También se las voy a vender a este canal. No por nada en particular, sino porque pues, no me sirven a mí. Y listo. Esto es lo que les vamos a comprar. Y también tiene una misión, si mal no recuerdo.
Our craftsman's goods. You see worth in them?
Quite a bit, I'd say.
These are nothing compared to what I could offer had I not lost my prize diagrams.
How'd you lose them?
To thieves. In our travels, I and my companions surprise attacked by local ruffians were. The diagrams, their loss. I bemoan not so much as I do one of my comrades. Killed in the violence.
Últimos arriba para no tapar los diálogos. Un poquito más arriba todavía. Ahí mero.
Sounds like a real loss. Sorry.
I might have been more cautious. Should you encounter the diagrams, return them, and thankful I shall be.
Thankful.
Implements I will make, with markings your craftsmen understand. A gift for you.
I'll keep that in mind. Quite the mount you've got.
Ah, yes. A loyal friend I have in Babietza, and she is wiser than many a man. Countless races we have won together.
So, an explorer and a jockey in one.
From where I come, small children ride, and not a gathering is by a horse race not crowned.
Una carrera que.
Heard a
Una
lot of
reto que
good things
puñetas.
about Ophiri mares. Their speed. Care to race?
Swift as the western winds are our mounts. To prove this would be an honor. So race we must.
Hacer una reta a caballo contra este carnal. From Ophir's distant shores.
Go, go.
También tenemos la ya como la misión secundaria de encontrar los diagramas que nos platicó el camarada que perdió, bueno, que le robaron bandidos y asaltantes en general. Si los encontramos nos desbloquea un... Hostia. Brinca, güey. Si los encontramos nos desbloquea un set de armadura bastante fachero. Conmemorativo de Ophir también, obviamente. Hostia, aquí está medio complicada la vuelta, dale. Esta carrera es prácticamente por todo el territorio, toda la zona que es exclusiva de este DLC. The Hearts of Stone. Que fue una expansión del mapa. O sea, como del mapa original, del mapa de Novigrado y de Velen. Y te va llevando más o menos por cosas que vas a descubrir eventualmente. Y ya dimos toda la vuelta. Le gané, claro que sí.
Ophiri mares may be swift as the wind. Not quite as fast as my roach, though.
I congratulate you. A saddle for your mount, your reward. A contest to commemorate. It will make you a rider even swifter.
Thanks. Like your new gear, Roach?
Much may be said of a man by how he treats his horse. Our midst tell of a time when love brought together the skies and the steppe, and from their union was born the first mare. Weak were the creatures called men. They fell prey to countless dangers. The mare nursed them. Her milk fed them. Strong they grew, and she let them saddle her. Warriors they became, and gave fight to their foes. The myths teach us to respect our horses, noblest among all beasts.
Beautiful story. Thanks for that and the race.
Y nos platicó la historia de el origen de la civilización según los Ophirs. Tiene que ver con los caballos. Y por eso respetan mucho a los caballos,
Go,
a
and in
sus
the world of
monturas.
glory, its never-ending creation be praised.
Farewell. Pero me quedé muy bien, la neta. El mercadero de Ophir me mola mucho. Es un buen pana, ¿no lo creen? Voy a dejar a 30 FPS porque está empezando a dar un poquito de tirones. Y vamos a ponerle el nuevo equipo a Roach para que se vea más fachas. Estás... Ya nada más. Ya nada más que tremenda facha, ¿eh? Neta no está tan chida. Está más chida las armaduras de caballo que le metieron al juego con el DLC de Blood and Wine, que es el que vamos a empezar todavía más después. Pero bueno, es un diferente y está bastante sencillo, bastante minimalista, ¿no? Y ahorita sí ya vamos a conocer a nuestro Sugar Baby. ¿Dónde está nuestro buen Runewright? Este es como un mago de Ophirs, es como uno de los magos, sabios, escribas místicos de la cultura de Ophir. Y está aquí adentro.
Greetings.
Greetings, and praise the world in its never-ending creation.
Don't take this the wrong way, but honestly, world doesn't deserve much praise.
Nordlings. Disagreeable always. Faces crinkled, soured, ready to quibble to death even a simple greeting. Aha! But my tongue now has soured, while you for trade have come. Sadly, I can forge for you nothing. My belongings, tools inclusive, all lost.
Y nos va a platicar de qué es lo que hace. Qué es lo que es un Runewright.
You a craftsman or a mage?
Your tongue has no word to fit my trade. A scholar and artisan I am. Part craftsman, part mage. Gematria, runecraft. Familiar to you are these words?
No. Runecraft seems pretty self-explanatory, though.
True, though my craft further ventures. Runes and glyphs I first make, then arrange into powerful magic words. Great practical applications as my art. For rune stones properly forged in a sword set so as to form a magic word. The blade more power grant than runestones set haphazardly. Such words
Haphazardly.
too can of glyphs be made and set in armor.
Y que nos va a decir que le podemos ayudar a
Listen,
ayudarle a
folks
recuperar su
sometimes
inversión.
solve their problems. Even retrieved a missing item or two in my time.
For me, this you cannot do. I sailed upon a great ship. It sank and my instruments took to the sea's dark depths.
Buying replacements not an option?
Of my own design they were, specially forged. A fortune it cost to make them. And all the coin that with me I had brought lies now in the murky abyss with my instruments.
Seems your skills could be useful to me. Given that, I'd be happy to help you out. What do you say I get you the coin you need? Could pay me back in runes and glyphs.
Is it certain, your offer? A great sum I require. Tools of great expense I need to make even the simplest glyph. I make no mention of the more advanced or master-crafted.
Rest easy. Got a feeling this will be a good investment.
Y podemos empezar con la primera inversión, que son 5000 coronas. Que pues, no es tanto problema, sí las tengo, o sea, sí tengo 5000. Se las puedo pagar de una y está viendo de una para poner la cámara. Creo que ahí, ahí va a ser como lo mejorcito, o no, tal vez como por aquí arriba. Sí, yo creo que aquí arriba y como así. Vale. Entonces les digo, tenemos que empezar a ver las inversiones que le podemos hacer a este carnal. Y vamos a hacerle pues la primera de una vez. 5000.
Got some coin on me. Is enough?
Start it is.
Costly craft.
Yet the costs do not end with coin. Need I shall also a jade stone of size substantial.
See what I can do.
Ok, pues ya tenemos la primera inversión. Son 5000. Y en total van a ser 30000. La puedo pagar toda de una vez, ¿no? Pero va a salir bastante cariñoso. Bastante cariñoso hacer todo lo demás. Así que vamos directamente a continuar con la historia, con el primer deseo de Olgierd, que es hablar con Shani para empezar la misión de la fiesta de su hermano morido. Bájate, Kerrock. Y por aquí está la clínica de Shani. Que ver, ojo, que creo que nos podemos topar con una misión secundaria única. Creo, por aquí. Sí, no. Según yo viene que se activa por aquí cuando vienes de noche. Bueno, parece que no. Vamos a hablar con Shani. Shani.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
Long story.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
Interesting. Curious to know, what do scholars look like to your mind?
Well, all that reading's hard on the eyes, right? So they wear spectacles.
Oh, aye. Thick ones, propped on wrinkled noses, and their clothing frumpy at best.
Who've they got to dress up for? The books?
Fascinating, really. But if I were you, I'd make sure no medic ever overhears you.
Huh? Why's that?
Because when you get caught in a battle, she might just refuse to stitch you back up.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Isn't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
Nos quieren shipear.
Business.
Come on. Is some kind of secret? You embarrassed? She's quite fetching, and you're, well, none too handsome, but a witcher. Lasses like your type. Come now, fess up. You fancy her or not?
It'd take a blind man to shrug and turn away.
Too true. Meantime, you witches have got especially sharp senses.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
I thank you. In Redania's glorious name.
¿Quién dice Sebas?
Serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to. Kedwenis, Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
Vamos a ponernos al corriente con la Shani.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other Must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago.
Ese es el primer juego,
Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
el Witcher 1.
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfurt, proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
Press
So
Ganged.
what now? Radovid's dead.
But the war's not over yet. The chaos continues. I'm still very much needed. Though I can't complain. At least I live at home now, and I treat the ill, as is my calling. Though I must always be ready, for at any time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face? Ah, and you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Pues sin querer maté a un príncipe y me iban a
Where do I
ejecutar.
start? All right. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad, and this toad was actually a prince, an Ophiri one at that.
And I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth, uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. Man named Gonter O'Dim freed me.
Who's this?
Someone powerful.
Could be a mage, a demon, or a djinn.
You don't know?
He's very powerful. That's all I need to know. He helped me out of a bind. Now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother, and show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, and we'll see.
But that's necromancy. It's extraordinarily risky and involves higher magic.
O'Dim told me how to do it. No sorcerers or necromancy involved. Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censer too.
Well, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. But I still don't like this.
Probablemente a mí tampoco me
Neither do I.
gustaría ver
I
un
don't really
fantasma.
have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
Revivir un
I
fantasma.
understand. Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everett? In my third year at Oxenfurt, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or Famous Redanian Dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Igrid, Von Estiken, Von Everett. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He
Vladimir.
lies in the family crypt near their manor.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the censer? We can meet at the entrance.
Ok, no era pregunta, así que ahora tenemos que ir a la antigua mansión de los Von Everek, que viaje rápido queda pues por aquí. Y vamos a encontrarnos con el buen Vladimir Von Everek.
That's it, Roach.
Vladimir, como pueden ver arriba a la derecha de sus pantallas, la quest se llama Dead Man's Party. El Dead Man en este caso obviamente es Vladimir. Y pues habrá que enseñarle, bueno, así como darle una muy buena experiencia, ¿no? The time of his life. Alguien que lleva muerto años. Eso debe ser interesante. No sé a ustedes, pero a mí sí me parecería interesante si fuera la primera vez que lo veo. Y me pareció interesante, eso sí los puedo confirmar. Para mí obviamente ya no es sorpresa porque ya jugué esto. Mi segundo playthrough. Pero no sé, ¿qué piensan ustedes? ¿Sube un dragón? ¿Por qué? Luego te rompo la madre, baby, no pasa nada. Tened paciencia. No hay prisa en matar a este dragón. Draken Hollow. Y ya que si llegamos, sí, ya. Está la mansión de los Bonneberek. Bonneberek Estate.
Never seen this side of you.
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
Well, that's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
Didn't know you were getting married.
Not mine, silly. My friend's. This garland's not for me. Speaking of which, would you go with me?
Sí, ¿por qué no?
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. So, it's a date.
Remember to bring the censer?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for, so I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Thanks. Might come in handy.
Un sensor. Sensor.
Shall we?
Como un incienso. No, no sé cuál será la traducción exacta de eso, pero lo vamos a
Tom was
ocupar aquí.
spot on. This is impressive.
Yeah, too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such luxuries.
Creo que me tengo que poner el...
Oh, that
Luego este me lo tengo que equipar, creo. El sensor. Sí, no lo veo. ¿Se utilizará solo? Creo que sí.
just a little too creepy for me.
Don't have to come if you don't want. Wait here.
Con la antorcha
I
y
like that
vamos.
idea. If there's any trouble, just yell.
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum.
Es un mausoleo de gente que murió hace mucho tiempo. Así que... pues... vamos a darnos un tour, ¿no? Un tour por los bienes familiares de los Bonneberek. ¿Y quién lo diría? El mausoleo está encantado. No de conocernos. ¡Pum! 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 ¡Ojo! Este va a un toque. Listo. Vení, pelotudo, vení. Ojo. Oh, llegó por el otro lado del pendejo. Vamos. Y a los dos. Agua. ¿No les dan miedo? Sí, güey. Entre el... su aspecto y los sonidos que hacen, la neta sí dan miedo.
Sure hope so.
Dan un poquito de miedos.
Alexei.
Alexei.
19, beloved son and brother.
Un poquito de art. Sí. Un poquito de art. Dije hay una llave, ¿no? Dije no tener una llave. Llave de la cripta. ¿Qué pedo? Hay un... Mega sistema de cosas acá que eso sí nunca lo había visto, ¿eh? Eso sí no lo había explorado antes. Ok, hay loot interesante. Sí. Sí. Mira que también habrá así algún enemigo. Uy. ¿Qué enemigos, Hay enemigos y hay arañas gigantes. Si alguien de aquí tiene fobia a las arañas. Lo siento, babies, pero ya están muertos, tranquilos. Ah, vienen más. Vienen más. Vienen más. Ojo que vienen más. No sé si con ese golpe al suelo las puedo tirar, o sea, las puedo como aturdir y ya se quedan ahí vulnerables para meter un par de golpes aunque sea. Porque estas madres se mueven muy rápido. Estas madres, si quieres pelear contra ellas en un espacio abierto es prácticamente imposible. Se mueven muy rápido. Pues eso nunca lo había visto. Al menos no lo vi en mi primer playthrough. Raro porque yo soy bien fisgón, o sea, en todo lo que se puede ver aquí del juego, sí lo busco y lo looteo sobre todo. Todo lo que se puede recoger lo recojo. Ahí está. Terminamos el recorrido. Hay que contar ahora sí la tumba de... que estábamos buscando. Esta era la Alexi.
Alexi.
¿Cómo será?
Age 19.
Ese es Alexi, ¿este quién es?
Son and brother. Honoratina.
Honoratina.
Wife of Kestatis. Died in 1257.
Honoratine. Y este debe ser Vladimir, ¿no?
Probably shouldn't touch that.
Ok, aquí un sable conmemorativo.
Vladimir von Everek, son of Bohumil and Christina. There you are. Now for the ritual. Gotta spread the incense throughout the crypt, every room.
Ok, así ya tengo aquí esta cosa equipada. Hay que caminar por toda la cripta.
Fire and blood. Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought.
Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Y repartir el incienso por toda la cripta, como ven.
Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
Se empieza a llenar de humito la cripta.
Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
Life and death, fire and blood.
Time to light the votive fire.
Ok. Y que hay que encender un fueguito.
Fire and blood, life and death.
I summon ye, whose blood I have brought.
Que le das un trago, güey, guácala. Sangre de alguien que lleva muerto años.
Blood, life and death.
You have summoned me, stranger. Why?
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everek.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Are you Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina.
Honoratina.
What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For von Everek's rise only for von Everek blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilt the blood of your grandson, Kestatis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again.
Ah, se me está cantando el tiro, mamones. Pum, 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 pum. Ay, güey. Ay, güey. Que es un tiro contra fantasmas enojados.
I'll tear you to shreds.
No le di ese golpe fuerte. Pum, 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 pum. Pum, pum, ajá. Otra vez. Quiero pegarle. Para recuerde tanto puñetón. Con la espalda ahí. Bien. Listo.
My. Ornery whoresons those Von Evericks, eh?
Who are you?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir von Everik, brother to Olgierd. Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to fight your family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks. And Grandmum too. Besides, what harm could you do them? They're dead as it is.
Realmente sí.
Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on important business.
I'm a swiving corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
¿Te visitan
Visitors?
seguido?
At times, not often. For when someone does drop by, the whole band comes out to play.
Fun-loving family.
True. We're famed for our love of revelry and rumbles. We Von Evericks have brawled and raided for generations. It's tradition. Naturally, with raids comes loot, so we always had the means to celebrate right lavishly. Towards the end of my life was when things went sour. But no point poking at old wounds. Just days before I died, my brother claimed he'd found a way to dig us out, restore our state.
Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening. Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
Aquí resumen otra vez. Esta personita, Vladimir von Everik, es el hermano de Olgierd, que lleva años muerto y que aquí nos platicó que su familia tienen una tradición de vaya, como de ser un poco ladrones, de saquear básicamente. Era una familia que que le gustaba mucho, pero o sea, como deporte más que nada, no por necesidad, era como por deporte. Y aquí lo importante es lo último que dijo, que justo cuando, o sea, unos días antes de que Vladimir muriera, Olgierd les había dicho a su familia que tenía ya alguna manera de restaurar su fortuna y, o sea, como salirse de las deudas que tenían, entre otras cosas.
Listen, feels like I should know Olgierd better. Tell me something about him.
Oh, a fantastic chap. A true cavalier. You won't find another like him in all Redania. The best there is for a drink or a brawl. We were pups when we started riding out on raids. Wet behind the ears. Borderland villagers shat their trousers at the very sound of the word Olgierd. I was his second in command, leading a band of rogues who'd ride through fire for us.
Sound like common bandits. Any difference?
Us? Bandits? Watch your words. True, some of our swordsmen were mindless brawlers, but not all-geared. Always curious, took an interest in all things. He devoured books, adored paintings, and loved the most beautiful maid in the world.
Iris Boneverek, pero eso ya hablaremos después.
Don't mean to pry, but just a little curious how you died.
Ah, no need to be shy. Folk love such stories. I'd love this one too, were it not to end with my death.
So how'd it happen?
On raids, it was our custom to storm the alderman's hut, and then order the local clubs to bring us kegs of spirit. And provide willing wenches to squeeze and churn about. Then, sadly, an ambush. Outmanned 5 to 1, we were overwhelmed. They killed me, crushed my skull like an eggshell between an upturned oak table and the stone floor.
Ouch. Como murió fue en su tradición de asaltar pueblitos. Una vez estaban preparados los del pueblito y le rompieron toda su pinche madre, básicamente.
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me, after my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and...
No puedes agarrar.
What the blistering devils!
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
I will go nowhere. You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Podemos ver a alguien que se deje poseer por este güey.
Guess I could bring someone here, and you could borrow their body just for the night.
You wish me to possess someone?
Yeah?
Say I agree. Whose body would I inhabit?
Dunno. One of Olgierd's men, maybe? Or a peasant who'd agree to do it for coin?
Oh, no, no, no. I shan't crawl into the skin of some unwashed bandit or dung-eating swineherd. I've a better idea.
Oh no, not gonna happen.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Y ya se le metió a Geralt. Está poseído. Nuestro buen camarada.
Geralt, wake up. Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Death was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely. And so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
Have you gone mad?
Aquí está Vladimir.
As soon as I laid eyes on you, promised to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt? What's happened to you?
Geralt? I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
Aquí el gol de este güey, Vladimir, se le metió a Geralt, lo poseyó. Por eso habla diferente, lo van a escuchar mucho en esta parte. Por eso se le ponen subtítulos azules para hacernos entender que no es Geralt, que es Vladimir. Vladimir.
It's his fault.
A pleasure to meet you, my sweet.
Whose?
His. You know, Olgierd's brother.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life, which is exactly what I aim to do.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Listen, I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
But what if I want to talk to you, not him?
Well, she should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid.
¿Qué tal, banda Max?
Right then, Sugar Plum. What say you we leave this dank crypt? There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
Incluso tenemos en la elección de diálogos el color azulito en vez del blanco para diferenciarnos que es diferente. Vaya, vamos a entender que es diferente.
Don't change the subject, my sweet. If a grove's not to your liking, we can cut straight to the chase and make for the nearest haystack.
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case, point me to the nearest brothel.
I've got a better idea. Just before Geralt entered the crypt to summon you, I invited him to my friend's wedding.
Good heavens. That's damn good luck. No better dancer in all Redania than Vladimir von Everec. My ginger muffin. With me, you shall enjoy an evening to top all others.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
I must say, Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women. So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost, are you her paramour?
Paramore.
For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then the haylofts we shall devastate together.
Let's say we were more than friends, once upon a time.
You tried to hide it, but I smelled a tryst. I know a thing or two about men, you see. A shame, though. I'd have satisfied her well. But no cavalier would rot in another's garden. So, Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward.
Vamos a la boda. Meet Shani by the farm where the wedding will be held.
A comely maid. You're quite the fool if you've not ploughed her yet.
Keep your paws off her.
I'm to enjoy myself. Can I help it that I best like tumbles in the hay with fleshy lasses?
Fleshy lasses.
Those signs.
Vámonos, olvides.
Bloody fine mount. Good stance, powerful rump, stable withers. Well, well.
See you know your horses.
I should say so. My two greatest passions in life. Mares and maidens.
Spooking my horse. Roach doesn't like ghosts.
I remember that mill. Whenever Olgerd and I got up to mischief, we'd hide out in there. Once, we snuck off with some moonshine. Old cocksucker Yaramir caught us. Those were the days.
Y Vladimir nos da un pequeño como recapitulación, un pequeño resumen de su vida, de las cosas interesantes que hizo cuando era todavía de flesh, vaya, carne y hueso.
No sign of her yet. We need to wait.
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she looks lovely. Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, hold. Mean to go in wearing that?
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic.
Que las mujeres arreglan y uno no tan elegante.
One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
Don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about that?
Oh no, we're not gonna steal.
Come now, we're merely borrowing.
Ah, this'll do wonderfully.
Y ya tenemos tremenda facha, hermanos. Miren nada más.
Perfect fit. It feels tailor-made. Now for shoes. One must wear shoes to a wedding.
Muy facha. Sí, hijos, pues, se va a rasurar, güey.
And we must be neat.
Se va a rasurar el mamón. A mí no me gusta andar rasurado con Geralt. O sea, bueno, en general también, ¿verdad? En la vida real, pero me gusta que Geralt tenga barbita así, mamalona. Pero bueno, ya se rasuró, ni pedo.
May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
You see? Geralt's been a pill, a nag. That all changes today.
Dramatically, I'd say. He's never been very talkative to start with.
He's been a fool, but I shall make up for that now. Will you marry me?
A big step, but I will think about it. For now, we should simply enjoy my friend's wedding. May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for. This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Rejuvenecido, muy
Be
rejuvenecido.
quick. I'll not stand here doing naught. I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his. I feel like an ass saying it.
I liked some of that nonsense.
We'll talk later. Let's go to this wedding. The sooner the ghost has his fun, the sooner this'll be over.
Finally, something that's not utter tripe. We shall dance till the break of dawn.
You get till midnight and not a second longer.
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight, let alone...
Make an effort. I'm sure you'll manage. You get to frolic and carouse till midnight, that's our deal. Then there's the capping, then you go back where you came from.
So be it.
Arre, pues, dice el carnal. Hasta la medianoche tenemos que estar con este güey.
My strawberry. Hello world, I'm back. I'll be damned. A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy drinking companions, and a swarm of fair maids. But none compared to you, my dear rhubarb. Beware of the dog, Shani. Judging by the size of its house, the mutt must be big as a horse.
Thanks
La
for your
casita del
concern,
perro.
but the doghouse is empty.
They let a man-eater like that run free? Have the wedding guests been warned? Seems we are indeed in for a cracking good time.
What a lovely rowan. I remember making necklaces of the fruit when I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgerd and I brewed in our teething years.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to behave.
For you, my rowan petal, I'd do anything.
My Rowan petal.
Come. Time to meet and be greeted. Time to say hello.
Vaya, brothers.
Once more, all the best in your new life.
Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings rain down upon you.
May you live in health and happiness. Harmony
Happiness.
and love forever last betwixt you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Now go. Enjoy the feast.
Our turn. My dear friend Aldona and her chosen one, Jonas.
It's an honor. The sun shine brightly on this new path in your lives. I am
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes, 'tis I, Geralt, a witcher.
Yesteryear.
Heartfelt thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings. The brides especially. So fragrant, so tasty, I could...
Righto. I'm sure we'll all have a splendid time.
Se le suelta la lengua al carac.
Aren't you an extraordinary beauty, my dear?
Why, thank you.
You had your pick of gents, I'm sure.
Where is this going?
I'm attempting to discern why she chose you, Jonas.
Mean you don't approve of my wife's choice?
I've no skin in this game. I ask out of pure curiosity.
Well, rein it in, or I shall have to explain my wife's choice to you hands-on. Out of pure pleasure.
Why so testy,
el
friend?
carnal?
Have I insulted you? Merely told your wife she was a beautiful woman, yet here I'm threatened instead of getting thanks. Have some manners.
Geralt, that's enough. She simply fell in love, that's that. Jonas, I'm sure my friend meant no offense.
Y se supone que no tenemos que no tenemos que avergonzar a Johnny, pero vale madre. Vamos a preguntar cosas incómodas.
Aldona seems a curious choice for a bride. Did she come with a hefty dowry?
I assure you, Witcher, my choice had naught to do with coin.
Jonas' family is far better off than mine. They're a textile manufacturer.
It took a lot of convincing to get Mother to agree to our, as some would have it, mesalliance.
Toh, you never told me. Whatever happened to fortune is of no import to me and my family.
It isn't. Jonas told me the same. But your background doesn't bother him.
Never does. Not at love's first blossoming, but give it time. 5 years and you'll find few things that don't bother you.
I'm beginning to find what you say bothersome. I don't know where you're from, but in these parts it is rude to insult newlyweds at a wedding.
Insult? I'm merely warning you. Know a thing or two about life, you see.
Geralt and his jests. He has a strange sense of humor.
Very strange, I'd say.
La última pregunta incómoda.
Tell me, Aldona, how is it you and my dear Shani know each other?
We met in Oxenfurt. Both studied medicine at the academy.
Wondrous times.
Over quickly in my case, alas. My family couldn't afford to keep me there. I was forced to return home after 1 year.
It's never too late to pursue an education, my dear. Your husband is certain to help you complete your studies, provide the necessary coin.
I don't know. We've not talked about it.
Come, Jonas, surely you've not taken Aldona as a mere diversion for the alcove. You will help her, will you not?
That is between me and her. You needn't butt in.
But I'm not. I merely ask. See, I've come to love your wife like a sister. So I ask you, as your brother-in-law, will you help her?
I'm sure we'll discuss the matter.
That's my lad. You're a right decent chap. I knew it from the start.
Cara de, eh?
We've chewed the fat enough. Time's a-wasting.
Are you expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited more than a few lovely maidens. Perhaps one of them will catch your eye.
Oh, that's for damn certain.
And perhaps you will catch one of their...
It'd be nice, certainly, but I shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. Come, let's drink.
Este va a lo que va. El Vladimir va a lo que va. A ver, aquí tenemos muchas cosas que podemos hacer en la fiesta. Tenemos muchísimas actividades, como pueden ver allá arribita. En el minimapa tenemos muchas cosas que hacer. Lo que quiero priorizar es jugar Gwent con los enanitos.
Look. Munchkin's playing cards.
Munchkins.
To lighten Geralt's purse?
Geralt won't mind. He's wild about cards.
Vamos a jugar Gwent con los enanitos.
Perhaps you care to sit down to some Gwent with us?
Most certainly would. You needn't ask twice, midget.
No need for insult.
Midget. Este güey es un culero, así que vamos a hacer culeros.
It's no insult.
Vamos a roleplayar.
He's a midget.
Like I said, that's an insult.
Would you call your chum a giant?
Shut up. You playing or not?
Let us play, gentlefolk.
What's your wager?
Everything. The whole lot. I'm all in.
I never knew you to be such a gambler.
You shall see many new sides of me this night, my dear. Many large sides.
Sí, es un hijo de puta, lo dicho.
Normally we play that the loser's got to wear the ass ears.
I needn't care. I shan't lose.
Aquí realmente esta partida no es difícil, o sea, la podía ganar muy sencillamente. Pero esas orejas es un objeto que solo puedes conseguir una vez en todo el juego y es si pierdes esta partida. Así que la voy a perder a propósito. Tan sencillo como... Pues si le doy aquí de forfeit, así como que pierdo.
You lose, Witcher. Hand over the wager. Everything.
Perhaps we could reach an arrangement.
No weaseling out of this. Hand over the coin.
What do we do now?
Feel good losing somebody else's coin?
I meant to win, give you the coin. I've no need for it in the grave.
But you lost, so now I've got to pay up.
I say, he talking to himself. Roaring drunk already, that's it.
We can't fleece a drunk. Have him don the cap and we'll call it even.
Just a minute. Bloke needs a lesson. I say he dons the cap and gives us 5% of the coin he has.
Hear that?
5%.
Agreed. 5% is yours, and I shall wear the cap. Never fear. A man must do what a man must do, and Vladimir von Everek's a man among men.
Hear that? So sloshed he thinks he's Vladimir von Everek.
Rogue's long dead by my reckoning. Exactly.
Están las orejas.
Those ears.
You look, interesting.
Time to drink! We are at a wedding.
Aye, let's drink. My time's as short as you are, friends.
To the Witcher and his betrothed.
Hear that, Shani? My betrothed. Know what that means?
No. What?
It means we should act as befits the betrothed.
And what's that mean?
I woo you, you resist. But it all ends as everyone knows it must. Ah, the merriment. Good show indeed. Let's continue the ball.
Y voilà.
I think you look charming.
Tenemos las orejitas.
Lark this Gwent. Onward to the next diversion.
Tenemos ya las orejas. Ah, este también está bueno. Esta diversion también está interesante. La actividad de fiesta.
Seen what he pulled from the water? An old pot.
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, in case she can't find a privy.
You were supposed to fish out my slipper. I'm at a dance now with one foot bared. 'Tis a wedding. I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look,
Qué
dearie,
acentos,
I
güey.
did. Take there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
Qué acentos más agresivos, güey.
What's all this then?
They're playing slip in for a slipper. Never heard of it?
Never. Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Es tirar por el
Maid tosses a shoe in
operador de
the
mi
water.
teléfono.
The man's got to dive in and fish it out.
Look, mutations don't just turn them barren as a mule, they give them an ass's ears to boot. Must have some other horse part hidden in his trousers.
El juego este es de
And once I retrieve
que
it,
la mujer tira unos zapatos y el hombre tiene que pescar a sacarlo.
Or it means you're a gallant beau. And awful handy.
Ah.
is that all? No prize? Not even a kiss?
That depends on the miss in question. If she wants to give you a kiss, she will. But she ain't obliged.
Vamos a jugarlo.
Oh my.
Oh my. Los
Oh,
disfraces.
there's more to come.
Y están interesantes, ¿no? Todos los diseños que tienen los personajes.
Prime game. Shawnee, your slipper. I shall prove I dive to any depth for you.
Y ahora nos toca pescarlo. De verdad.
Observe, Shawnee.
My eyes are glued.
Aquí está. Va a tener personas el de Shawnee. Los zapatos perdidos. Que no son el que estamos buscando precisamente. ¿Dónde está el de Shawnee? Aquí está. Creo que es este. Chingados, si no es ese. No, es que no dice que sea específicamente el de Shani. O sea, que sea específicamente el suyo. Pero digo que ya no hay más. Ya di varias vueltas aquí al estanque, así que vamos a salir.
Damn mucky that pond. Sank in up to my armpits.
¿A dónde lo encontré?
I see no amount of silt could keep you from my shoe. And all the other shoes ever tossed in the lake.
Ahora sí lo saqué.
Always better to do a bit more and even gain naught by it than to do too little and face regret.
Oh, that's quite the theory.
One founded in practice. For instance, I can now approach the owner of any of these slippers, and she will lift up her skirt and bend over to don it, of course.
Ah, so generous. And clever.
Just figuring that out? I believe I've earned a kiss.
Well, find the owners of those shoes. One might agree.
Don't be jealous, Shani. That was but a jest. I don't give a piffle about the others. Oh well. Recognize this, Cinderella.
Sí, sí sé que es correcto. Nice.
Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is on.
Thank you.
My kind of tune. Let's do some dancing.
In my experience, witches and dancing don't exactly mix.
Today they mix like fire and oil, my love. We'll dance the barn down. Faster, faster, till we
treat for our special guests, the Witcher Geralt and his enchanting partner, Shani. Musicians, something lovely for the loving couple.
At last, music for our loving embrace.
Se la controló, Dim.
It's time you discovered my romantic side.
El mismo Control Dim que nos mandó a cumplir los deseos de Olgierd.
Oh, you're rather good at this.
El güey de atrás que está bailando.
A chair could dance a jig with you as its partner.
Oh, how humble you are.
I strive to be, yet should the need arise, I can strut as proud as any peacock.
Oh, perfect combination. Women must love you.
Well, not to brag, but...
Call it idle curiosity, but how many have you had?
Many. And not a scrub hag among them, I should add. Women with true class, all. Though none to match your charms. Seems the music and the evening draw to a close. Know how a true dancer thanks his lovely partner.
I'm not sure I do.
Perra!
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
I have my mind, my heart for you.
We must agree. You can say whatever you please, but you shall keep your hands to yourself. Understood?
Don't be upset, my peach. I couldn't resist.
I'm not upset. Just next time, don't lunge at me like that.
Se aventaba el carnal.
Fast, so to speak. Hunger overwhelmed me. But yes, next time I shall ask.
Ya volví. La quité a propósito, no es mejor.
Shani, may I kiss you?
You're incorrigible. Could I talk to Geralt for a moment?
What for? He'll have nothing of interest to say. The man's adrip.
Please.
Very well.
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Geralt, I'm curious what it's like when that ghost's inside you. Do you feel anything? Have any control?
I feel everything. Don't have any control over what I do or say, though. Why do you ask?
Because I wonder what it would have been like to dance with you. Just you.
Well, I probably wouldn't have forced myself on you.
Forced myself? It was an innocent kiss, naught more.
I don't know if I should thank you or if that should make me angry.
But don't get me wrong. I've thought about doing just that a few times, but
what?
But I'm not going to talk about it with him here. We can discuss it once he's gone.
I'll hold you to that.
Perhaps a bit of thanks is in order. Seems I've snared the little robin for you.
You can shut up now.
What's going on now?
Nothing. Never mind. Happen to see the man who announced your song?
Yes, he acted as though he knew me, but we've never met. I was surprised. Who is he?
Contra Dim.
Yes, Master Mirror. Wonder what he's doing here.
Then perhaps you should just ask him.
Yeah, he didn't show up without a reason. Need to talk to him.
Consider that he might have simply been nearby and dropped it on a whim.
Promise you this much. He never does anything simply. And certainly not on a whim.
I was to make merry, carouse. Yet here I've stood the last 5 minutes, listening to you talk. I'm going back in.
Better. Come, Shani. The night beckons us not to jabber it away.
Ok, aquí voy a tener que separar un segundito. Porque recuerdo que me falta por hacer algo importante. Hay muchas cosas que se pueden hacer aquí en la fiesta.
Look there, Shani. The ladder begs us to scamper to its top, where we can converse.
Pero esto es importante.
How so? Just like that.
Una carta de Gwent única que se lo puede escoger en este, se lo puede coger en este momento.
Just like that.
I'm all ears. What would you have us talk about? I'm sorry, converse about.
Well, when it comes right down to it.
Yes?
You see, the thing is...
Come now, spit it out. Yes, just as I thought. Come, it's time we return.
Qué aguado, mi buen Vladimir.
What's just as you thought? I find you intimidating.
Loudly lowing cows only ever give a little milk.
I've only ever dealt with simple maids, whereas you're a surgeon. I believe I was right not to just take you and... Well, I was right to take the more romantic approach.
Oh, all right. Now come. We were to enjoy ourselves.
Está buena luz de aquí, ¿eh? Y nada más agarrando lo que se puede ver por aquí. Se quedó una esmeralda. A ver, ¿esto qué era?
Found yourself a perch from which to survey passing bows?
What do you mean?
Una viejita.
Cakes from pounding the churn, so I'm having a...
And they said fire burns hotter in an old stove.
If I was your age, you'd be singing a different tune. Have you squealing like a kitty cat?
Ok, sí, la bolita se tomó bastante mal. Les digo que hay muchas cosas que podemos hacer en la boda, pero importante, creo que nada más era este del... Sí, importante y trascendental era lo del Gwent, para desbloquear las orejas y agarrar la caja, digo, la carta esa de la vaca. A ver aquí qué hay. ¿Qué es esto, rojito? Ah, un shotardo.
Say no to a lady, to your fair beauty, and to yours, Shani, naturally.
Your elfin happiness. Fortune smile upon you, white
Sir, leave me be, please.
A ver, aquí qué es... Ah, es que hay una que es de ir a encontrar al perro de la casa. El perrote ese grandote. Pero está un poquito larga y la neta no me gustaría alargar de más esta parte. Porque esa por poder, pues la fiesta se puede alargar muchísimo. Se puede hacer muchísimo.
Don't let me stop you.
By the way you move, what charm, what grace.
Songlist. Sing list of songs, pleasure to room. Hey Donny boy, my love doing dance, she in love of mine. I'll show you my words. Bueno, ya también en YouTube lo pueden pasar para leerlo bien. Para que está Master Mirror para hablar con él. ¿No? Ah, no. A ver, ¿qué es esto? Si no me acuerdo. Otro shot.
May your beards grow long, but never tangle round your ankles.
To the young lovers, may their loins never cool. May they sail many of them and reap God's
Vamos a hacer este de los puerquitos, ya que venimos medio chotardeados.
Is it true elves make soup out of kids?
Vamos.
No! Please, no! Where you going?
El cerdo mungo,
What
¿qué?
is this? Blustering about after pigs, are you?
Lads are racing to be crowned King of the Swineherds and win the prize that comes with it for their wench. Lady, meaning.
Wench.
And the rules? One must be a swineherd's son to enter, I suppose?
Nay, any man can try his luck. All you need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
A ver, ¿cuál es el premio? Si no me acuerdo.
King of the swineherds, eh? And what's this king get exactly? A king's ransom, I would hope?
No coin. Honours the prize. King gets a crown of laurels he pins to his saddle, rides about with pride that he's King of the Swineherds.
You mentioned some trifles for the lasses. Are they worthwhile at least?
For certain! Lovely, every last one. Pretty as a painting. Win and see for yourself.
A ver, vamos a ganar.
Sounds like damned foolish nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd be honoured.
A witcher with asses chasing swine. Better than a goddamn circus.
What's that you say, peasant?
Hey, nothing.
Good. Keep it that way.
Get that cripple out of there! Couldn't chase his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the witcher give it a run.
A ver. Aquí me acuerdo que lo gané la primera vez utilizando una como de magia.
There's no painter here. It's a moment worth immortalizing to posterity.
Watch my movement, Shani. I'm spry as a cat and sly as a fox. I'll show these imbeciles how one chases a porker.
Métete. ¿Cómo le haces esto, la neta?
Come on, piggy.
Vamos a
Got a nice
super
and cozy pen for you.
raro, o sea, ¿cómo los manejas? A ver, si uso Axi vale madre, ¿no? O sea, Axi, lo que les digo de la magia que a lo mejor como que me descalifica. Pero a ver, métete.
Stupid swine. They infuriate me anymore. I'll whack 'em with a sign. You see that, Shani? One pig penned.
Ya se metió uno, a ver, métete otro. El otro. Ah, sí pude. Pude legal. Gary.
Feel foolish, peasants? Learned a lesson from your better? The pigs penned? Indeed they are.
Master Witcher, we ain't seen such pig-chasing skill in a long time.
Your family had an ample pen, didn't they? Go on, admit it.
My family had many pens, but that in no way means I had any practice chasing pigs.
However it were, the crown's going to a good man.
And the king's chosen maid deserves a fitting favour. Here.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué le van a dar?
Just don't go hiding it in some pouch. Brandish it on your horse so that all folk may see.
Sí, no lo tenía.
Say to that, Shani. Never witnessed such agility.
You're clearly a natural at chasing pigs through muck. You were a joy to watch.
A ver, banda, necesito un pequeño break para ir al baño después de esto.
How does my heart's captor like the prize I won for her?
The rag-stuffed piggy? It's lovely, truly. I've always dreamed of owning one.
Está bonito, ¿no? Como un puerco tejido.
Tell me, Shani, what's the key with you?
What do you mean?
I'm on the prowl. That's clear. In Geralt's name and flesh, of course. But still, Yet the more I woo you, the less you seem ready to succumb. So I ask myself, what am I missing?
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so? Prove it.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my hand in the blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everek does his thing.
Quiero que me deje poner pausa para ir al baño. Dame dos, pues.
Do I know you?
That's the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime without you.
An entire lifetime, more like.
A moment, my dear. Do not sabotage me, Shani. That would not be fair.
Fine, fine. I'll stay out of your way.
Esta es la típica frase de te odio cuando te caíste del cielo, Ángel. My dear girl, you're a miracle.
My sweet, you are no mere maid, but a marvel of nature. And now, at last, fate knocks at your door.
But I don't know rightly.
You needn't know anything. I know it all for us both. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Salons? But really? Actual salons? In Novigrad? And how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. Then everything will be clear.
Leslie, step away from the man.
Who the devils are you?
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our Da on his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
You shan't keep me from anything, filthy hayseed.
Lads, mutants calling us names.
Stand down, swineherds.
Swineherds.
Lord Witcher will give you a bloody mighty drubbing. Now where's a plowing fence board when you need it?
Show us what you got.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice.
Se agarran los amarrazos con una tabla de... Esta cosa, una valla de madera. Vení.
Fence boards. The perfect weapon for sweaty-ass swineherds.
Perfect fit for your gob, you
Boom.
plowing
Boom. Ahí voy.
fuck.
Mira qué bloqueo, Mira nada más que bloqueo. Hostia, que me pegan, ayuda, ayuda. Los campesinos malos me golpean. Boom, boom, boom.
Never in my life have I reveled so fiercely. Step up. Who else wants a shave? Damned cretin creamed me. Embarrassing to take a licking from a boor. And with a maiden watching.
Ahí está. 3 campesinos, 3 pa' 1 sin camiseta puerca.
Had enough, peasant spawn. Thought yourself a match for a Von Everett. A Witcher. Away with you. Begone. I've tired of looking at your slack-jawed yaps. Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Geralt, you must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase her.
Nah.
In your dreams.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on. Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests. With my hands.
Fine. I shall try. Uh-oh. Shani approaches. Unlikely to be happy, eh?
You made this mess, you do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
Your methods quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her brothers. Creative. Wonder what else you have up your sleeve.
My dear girl, what don't I have up my sleeve? I'd gladly demonstrate. Perhaps behind the barn?
I think you've demonstrated enough. Let's just enjoy ourselves, all right? You don't have all that much time left.
Your wish is my command, milady. I'd never deny a maid so fair-featured. Off we go.
A ver, ahora sí me va a dejar. Voy a poner pausita para poder ir al baño. Sí, pausa para ir al baño. Vuelvo en unos minutitos. No me tardó mucho, banda. Denme un segundo, les regreso a creo que está. Ya vuelvo. Listo, vuelto, gente. Ya que no me tardé casi nada.
So good to shake the kinks from one's bones. We must find more fun.
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her, wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater. You know, woo scoop, sizzle, sizzle.
Ooh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear diversions of that sort. He's journeyed here from Novigrad.
But I'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers. We'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers has gone as last Yule's pudding.
Se nos perdió el tragafuegos que iba a ser detenimiento en la fiesta.
They sure named it right.
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Master Witcher's here now. Perhaps he can aid us.
Ow! The man's got ass ears. It's your first seat to help himself.
Such ears might be high fashion in his part.
Oh, I doubt that.
Lo que me encanta es que los desarrolladores pusieron diálogo específico para si antes de hacer cada misión ya perdiste en el cuento y tienes las orejas. Así fijan antes de empezar la competencia de los puercos, uno de esos peasants, ¿cómo se llama? Esos en español, bueno, uno de esos peasants, una de las personas que estaban ahí, hizo un comentario sobre cómo Geralt tenía las orejas de burro y que iba a estar ahí persiguiendo puercos, que es un espectáculo. Y esto también, esta señora hizo un comentario específico sobre las orejas. Y eso sí lo sé porque yo lo viví. Como en mi primer playthrough gané la partida de Gwent, no tenía las orejas y no sé ninguno de los comentarios si no los tienes. O sea, está hecho para que solo se hagan si perdiste y tienes las orejas. Atención al detalle, chavos.
Before I can begin my witcherly investigation, I require guidance, clues. Tell me all you know, everything.
Well, the Fire Eater arrived around noon, ate his fill of food, not fire, then went for a stroll to air some gases, he said. That horror demon saw him and started barking like a thing possessed.
Why so?
Haven't a clue. Didn't like the man, sent something awry. Perhaps the man swallowed fire. Animals fear fire.
If I feared, it would have fled, not given chase.
Damn fool dog. How can you know? But it snapped its chain and chased the Fire Eater into the woods.
Foolish or not, it's our son-in-law's beloved pet. There'll be hell to pay if it goes missing.
Tienes que encontrar al perro.
You needn't worry. The Witcher, that is, I, will find this swallower of heated things.
Mighty generous offer, but no one knows where to look.
Matters not. Witchers, that is, we have our ways. The Flame Gulper, what did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you, and hope for the best.
Vamos a encontrar al tragafuegos que se escapó de la fiesta.
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a witcher, Vladimir.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Vamos a encontrar a un perro.
Vladimir and I need to find the Fire Eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. We'll be back in no time. I believe in you.
Tally-ho. Adventure awaits.
Vamos a encontrar a un perro que se llama Demon. Imagínense cómo está el perro. No sé si se imaginan porque ya vieron la jaula del perro, ¿no? La casita.
The hound tore its chain off the wall. Underfed, it seems. Or else the ash liquor really boiled the mutt's blood. Its bowl is chipped. Tried to devour its bowl along with its supper. Daft mutt.
Pequeños detalles del perro.
Oh, not so clean. I've only ever seen two like this. One in an anthill. The other when I caught a hen after not eating for a week. A dog made these tracks true, but a small one. Yet judging by its house, Demon is a hulk, but beggars can't choose their tracks.
Following some dog's trail?
So I shall follow
Not
these.
exactly how I imagined this wedding.
Think
I'll wait.
Seguir las
Wonderful, my
huellas.
juicy pair. I shall continue my travails while you rest. Shan't be long now. A broken branch. As if one too heavy sought to
How goes the
scamper up
search?
this tree. No discoveries of note as yet, but I shan't give up. This Witcher work suits me swimmingly.
La gorra del
Spitter's cap if
tragafuego.
ever I've seen one. As jesterly as they come. Chap must have lost it running from Demon. Two conclusions then. Our magician is fat, and a coward.
Por aquí está el güey. Atrapado en un árbol. Sí, a huevo.
Missing man, missing mutt.
Am I seeing this right? That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Un lomito chiquito.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
What do we do?
Vamos a utilizar magia para bajarlo.
Sit.
Now that is power. If I'd had that, the Horsons never would have gutted me. Make it do some folly. Roll about on the ground. That sort of sport.
No.
Oh, could you be any more of a bore? I'll do it myself.
Roll over. Leave it alone.
Were I to command it to eat its own tail, it would do so, right?
Demon, doghouse now.
Now what have you
Regresamos al
done?
perrito.
Why ever? Ruin my fun.
Have it at the wedding.
Y aquí
Climb
hay
down.
dos opciones.
Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
You sure it won't return?
Positive.
Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
I saved your life, man. Do you not at least owe me a sip?
Course. Bottoms up.
Está muy pedo el tragafuegos. Aquí tenemos la opción de decir que se regrese a la fiesta aún así o
I say, cracking good mead.
decir
I
que
understand why you want
se
to
vaya y
drive
que
a
nosotros
town.
seamos los Fire Eaters.
Fine mead, true. But I was fleeing an hound. Hound? But it was a monster. A furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it. Those are excellent ears.
Esta otra vez un diálogo
I'd try a pair like
referente a
that.
las orejas.
Just not sure they'd fit under my cap.
Your cap, sir. Lost it running from that pup like a gutless coward.
Ah, my dearest cap. Always brought me good luck it has. I'll wear it for every performance.
Are you always so easily scared?
You're a
Sí,
man whose
siempre
trade
están
is literally to
puñetas.
play with fire. How can you fear a tiny runt of a dog?
Was a monster! A demon!
So you said. You're a stoneless coward, sir. That's that.
Oh, beg your pardon. I'm not a coward.
I'm
cautious.
cautious.
Know what become of a fire eater who paid no heed to caution?
I suppose he might singe his tongue.
Guessed it. Settles that misunderstanding.
You can forget about performing in your state.
And just what state would that be?
Look at yourself, man. You're a tramp. Can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
What's the trick?
This may be my only chance to ask. Your fire-guzzling trickery. How does it work?
Oh, they'd toss me out the guild if I told. Except if I took you on as an apprentice. In half a year's time, you'd learn.
I haven't half a year. Come, just between you and me. We've drunk together. We're practically brothers.
Drank it all yourself. You're no brother of mine.
You dare toy with me this way? Very well. Refuse to tell me, and I shall leave you here as a morsel for any passing boars, bears, or bloodthirsty fawns. So choose wisely.
This here's assault. He's suppressing the arts.
Out with it.
I got the special mixture I drink before every show. After that, I can eat fire, spit fire, do what I please. It don't burn nothing.
Is that all? Where's the art in it? Any dribbling imbecile can smear his throat with a protective slurry.
I've had just about enough of this. First they release the hounds, then come and steal my meat, and now insults. I'm done here. Goodbye.
Didn't mean to offend the bloody charlatan. Do something.
Vamos a dejarlo que se vaya.
Listen, I'll give you some more coin
Bueno,
and you'll
no.
go back to the wedding.
Are you daft? This
Tiene que haber escogido algo, se me
extortionist's
fue el pelo.
already got his due.
Take it or leave it.
Right. Convincing.
Honorless prick. Olgerd had it right. All artists are whores.
Como no tomó una decisión yo
Let's go.
activa, pues cuando se acabó el tiempo
Coming
salió
or not?
ahí al azar.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Y ya pues el
To the wedding, then.
pedote se va a regresar.
Perhaps I'll find some more interesting diversions there.
Se va a regresar al Fire Eater todo
Keep
pedote.
calm. Stay close.
I shan't stray a step. Wild animals behind every stump in these woods.
Pero porque se ve el mouse. No me gusta que se vea el mouse, pero bueno. Lo voy a dejar aquí por una esquinita para que no se vea. Que no se vea tanto. Sé que menos no lo vean ustedes tanto.
There.
Hey, güey.
As much as your pup's a tent pole. Hide, you blind fool.
Save me!
jabalíes también son un dolor de huevos pelear contra ellos. Son muy rápidos y son muy fuertes. La mejor manera es pararlos así con un maxi y pegarles cuando están aturdidos. ¿Qué tal? Con the bear. Es un boar.
Tell me, are bears often boar-shaped in your experience?
Got weak eyes, see? Besides, I'm a fire eater, not some damn naturalist.
Indeed you are not, Master. If I fail to ask, what do they call you?
David Altonsborough.
Listen here, Master Hattonsborough. Stay close, and no harm will come to you. I'll see to it your drunken, fire-spitting gob gets to the wedding safe and sound. The missing fire blower is missing no more. It was my doing, if I may say so myself.
And Demon? What's with him?
He failed to return.
No, he did. He's just acting mighty strange.
Está muy cariñosito el lomito.
Seems to be in a muddle of sorts. Got as much life in him as a carrot.
Might have eaten some nightshade or whatnot.
Your attention, please! I
Igual
invite
show.
all to witness a spectacle unrivaled. A man so bold as to eat fire!
Fire!
We must watch the trickery. Never saw anything like it while alive.
Como los de los semáforos. Lit. Si no se mata porque anda bien pedo. Sí, no me acuerdo qué pasaba, Del destino del tragajuegos, la verdad es que no me acuerdo. Ok, salió todo bien. Excelente.
My first Witcher contract. Done.
Pero sí, hicimos todo lo de la fiesta.
Pass saved. If I could live again, I'd be a Witcher for damn certain.
Así ya nos toca hablar con Master Mirror. Si mal no recuerdo, hablar con Master Mirror ya es el final de la... como de la misión. Ah, caray. Mamadísimo, pa. Pero queda... Ah, sí, queda aquí algo de las flores, ¿no?
Of all these flowers, you, my dear, are the loveliest.
Believe the young man's mistaken me for another.
Not at all. I like my women as I like my peaches. Fuzzy and well ripe.
That's enough.
Fuzzy.
Keep going. You're drunk and randy. Nothing good's ever come of that mix.
Ok, ahora sí ya. Así ya fueron todo lo que podíamos hacer aquí en la fiesta. Vamos a hablar con Master Mirror.
Gingerbread's naught but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient in gingerbread. Time.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time? An ingredient?
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That you will not find in any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time, you touch it. Let you sniff it, stroke it even. Time. Time is the key. Greetings, Shani. I must introduce myself.
Gaunter
O'Dim.
Fíjense las siglas. Oh.
My, what a lovely dress. The color suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother, that you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like him.
Escupiendo verdades.
Wait, you can see me? That is, me, Vladimir von Everek?
Of course. Why ever wouldn't I?
Because I'm in Geralt's body, the Witcher's, and...
Just who would I be if the true nature of things remained hidden from me? Someone like you, meaning no one.
I wouldn't want to get blood on my damsel's dress, but insult me once more and...
You shan't touch me. I know you'd very much like to act like your brother in this situation, demonstrate how manly you are, but let's be honest, nothing will come of it. You're simply not him, no matter how much you wish you were.
Rubbish. I never envied my brother.
Of course you did. He was a shining role model. Olgierd ran faster, shot truer, lifted greater weights. Olgierd learned to read first, although you tried your damnedest to beat him. As you grew up, he had his pick of girls, whereas you made do with the leftovers.
I apologize, Shani. I'm rather sorry you have to hear this.
Stop fooling yourself. Shani isn't here for you. She's here for Geralt. Even after death, you still play the pale imitation. Oh, by the way, Olgierd's a much better dancer.
You lying dog. That's my brother. I loved him.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it, I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me, cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5, took them on all at once, alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave, often. Pours a drink for me, gets soused himself, and talks of the old times. He cannot see me, but I hear his every word.
Well, perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
Aquí otra vez vemos que Gunter Odin sabe cosas, güey.
It's all right.
Él sabe cosas.
Forget him. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right?
Master Mirror sabe cosas.
Let's go. The night's still young.
All lies, not a word of truth.
Don't let it bother you.
Olgierd was not just my brother. More importantly, he was my best mate.
Let it go. I believe you. And now revel on. Time won't wait.
Así ya vamos para lo último, ya se acabaron las distracciones de la fiesta. Vamos para el final de la ceremonia.
I'll leave you for a moment. As a bridesmaid, I need to be by the bride for the captain.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone. Ladies and gentlemen, this night I've tasted of life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Geralt, there's no need.
No need? Why, there's every need. Till now, I'd always considered peasant jollities unworthy of a gentleman. For tell me, who among you would rub shoulders with swineherds if born a noble? I delighted in the beauty of buxom farm wenches, of course, and indeed still do. Given more time, I'd prove this to each and every maiden here. Farmhands are a different story. Never took any note of them. Had 1 or 2 groom my mounts. They did this well, but were never worthy of conversation.
Nay, not even if you paid me. For one must live by certain principles, am I right? But this day has changed all. Beneath the muck and dung, a peasant is a man. I understand this, thanks to you.
Es el crecimiento personal de Vladimir. Creció como persona.
For this, I thank you and say, you are well loved.
It's almost midnight. Time for the capping.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, yes, you are. All the maids join in the capping.
You're a maid too, Shawnee.
Midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice, be they vice, of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour's dance.
Toast the lovely couple, then give them a few weeks, and we'll toast their lovely band with its pale and puffy cheeks. Don't you mind our song? We don't
Sing, be unkind. We sing so we can empty yet another stein.
Brides will hold eternal, bridegroom let's be red, or she'll make you a gold in the coming year. What's the groom thinking? Storm on his brow. Must be said
Garland, garland,
cow. You'll get the cow, got the bull, the calf, the hay. So drink and be merry.
Y le cayó a Shawnee, chinga su madre. Tradición del ramo. Aquí si ven algo de diferente de las cinemáticas, por ejemplo aquí Geralt se ve muy diferente. Porque las cinemáticas están pre-renderizadas, o sea, están ya hechas de base, no se actualizan con los cambios, por ejemplo con los mods que le metí, por eso se ve muy diferente. Por ejemplo, no le brilla la marca, los ojos no le brillan tampoco, no tiene como sombra de ojos, etcétera. Entonces se ve muy sanito Geralt cuando en realidad no debería de verse tan bien.
That really necessary?
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at Olgierd's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
I will.
Thanks.
Se cortó la mano para escribir una letra con su sangre. Qué
That
cool.
was dirt, but good. A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance, their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone, their bouncing...
Will you stop?
Did you see it? Shani caught the garland. She'll be next to marry as peasant superstition has it.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. It's past midnight. Time for you to go back to the crypt.
I can't. I'm not finished here.
It's past midnight. You can take off those lovely ears. Only if you want to, of course.
Otro diálogo,
Lovely as they are,
independientemente de es, bueno, necesariamente si tienes
Is
las
Vladimir's
orejas.
ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light. A team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
Ah, perro.
Kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just an end. It's after midnight. Your time has come.
Ah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shawnee, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Vladimir von Everick, go back whence you came. Please.
Apareció de la nada el güey ahí no estaba.
Stay out of this.
Ya, lo corrió del cuerpo de Geralt.
Stop!
Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your mouldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison. The choice is yours.
Don't torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Gods, what is this?
Adiós, Vladimir.
What did you do to him?
Sent him back whence he came.
I hope you didn't hurt him.
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows? Perhaps this time will be different. I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens...
Este güey sabe cosas.
The history you
Sabe
share.
cosas.
You do? How?
Shani, darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly? Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everett will bother you no more.
Sabe cosas, tiene poder sobre incluso los fantasmas. Este güey está cabrón.
I'd like to stay longer, but...
Don't make excuses, Geralt. I'm not angry. A witcher has to ply his trade, follow his path. As for me, well, perhaps I expected too much of this wedding. Got the wrong impression.
Not sure I understand.
Never mind. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Y aquí va a ser lo extra.
The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless.
Que nos explique cómo entender a las mujeres el carnal.
Your friend will now make a show of being hurt, pick her some flowers, or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
Rather manage without your advice, thank you.
She cares for you. You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it. Surrender to spontaneous honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape. Seize the night. Seize your chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. Have fun.
En resumen, este carnal nos está incitando a que vaya hagamos algo más con Sean. Que no dejamos que se pierda la oportunidad. Y aquí en Characters, si buscamos la página de Shoni, vamos a encontrar algo que la anime. No es que ver, tengo que leer. A ver si encuentro algo que no me acuerdo que era la particular lo que había que encontrar por aquí. Estoy leyendo, estoy leyendo. Berry Laden Rowan, a plant. Sí, Berry Laden Rowan es la planta que tengo que encontrar. Berry Laden Rowan.
A Rowan.
Rowan, sí.
Shani mentioned she used to weave the berries into necklaces.
Good.
Pretty, I guess.
Good job.
Thing is, will it cheer her up?
Pick.
Fine, I'll pick some. Becoming quite the romantic.
Geralt el detallista. Y a ver. Oh, Chani.
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured old Geert could wait till morning.
Se viene, chavales.
You remembered I liked the Rowan.
Remember a lot of things about you. Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you're at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. The years are flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
You've got friends. Me, for one.
In that case, let's drink to our friendship.
To friendship.
No sé si la cagué. Tenía que haber surgido la otra a lo mejor. Sí, sí la cagué.
I'm afraid the drinks got into our minstrels. Horribly off key.
Let's go for a walk.
¿O no?
Good idea.
¿Sí o no? Bueno, no sé, es que el camino no es tan... El camino para el final feliz. El final feliz que se imaginen. Un poquito más complicado. Creo, no sé.
Not half bad. Might have even enjoyed myself if I hadn't had to argue with a madman's ghost, be his puppet. Gotta admit, though, thanks to him, I did experience a lot of things I might have missed otherwise.
Mean chasing a dog through the woods, or brawling, fence board in hand?
Forgetting something. There was also a kiss.
True. Though that was so clearly Vladimir. I nearly forgot you were involved at all.
His will, sure, but my body felt everything. Reminded me of the old times.
Vizima, you mean? Oh, I thought you'd forgotten our whole Catriona story.
Epidemics long forgotten, sure. But the romantic bits in that adventure? Don't plan to forget those.
Se viene, chavales. Obviamente se va a tener que tapar, ¿no? Porque... porque obviamente no se puede.
Business is booming.
Good. I'm relieved to hear it. See, coin's tied to Torrent. But don't tell the old battleaxe. She'd be furious if she learned to let it slip.
Never you worry, sir. My lips are sealed as the grave. Us menfolk need to stick together.
Sir.
Hablando con el suegro.
I'm Vassy. But you can call me Dar.
Oh, thank you, Dar. I feel honored. Let's drink on it.
Que son panas el suegro y el...
A bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
Oh, I don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I loved him, had chosen him.
Unfit.
What kind of beau's unfit?
So far, every kind.
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain she thinks there's something horribly wrong with me.
Oh, please, Shani. It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
Really think so?
Really. Look, the brave brothers.
Drank themselves stiff as the boards they tore from the fence.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
If they hadn't intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
I wasn't in the mood. Would have resisted, tried to regain control.
I think you would have seized the opportunity.
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Gorgeous.
Been thinking about that kiss.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
Only one way to find out.
Se ve bien raro rasurado, no me gusta cómo se ve este güey. No me gusta cómo se ve sin barba el Geralt, tío. Ah, perro, era nada más un beso. Era nada más uno, perro.
So, how'd it compare?
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right. Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Not going back, but not about to waste any time either. Gonna use every minute wisely. And I aim to be direct. Even more so than Vladimir.
Sounds interesting.
Interesting is what interesting does.
Se viene, chavales, se viene. ¿Qué tal? La hermana de los carnales.
Rats. Pier's taken.
Got a feeling it's about to free up.
Sigues aquí, Lolo. A mi hidrato, crack.
How did you know?
I'm clairvoyant.
Se viene, chavales, se viene.
Practically full.
Be ashamed to let it go to waste.
Besides, we leave it here, a very drunk person could find it, drink themselves into even more trouble. And I swore a solemn oath. First of all, do no harm.
Se viene, chavales, se viene la parte de que les tengo que quitar el juego porque si no me meto en pedos. Todavía no, ¿eh? Todavía no.
Row me to the moon.
Gotta fly to get to the moon.
You're dead wrong. Look, it's right there, in the middle of the lake.
Atento aquí al cambio, que se viene, se viene. El stream deck hubiera sido muy útil en esas escenas, pero para poder hacerlo rapidito. Te la vi, 3, 2, 1, tenemos que hacer el cambio.
What one usually does on the moon.
Ojo. Ojo, que hay que cambiar rápido. Ya. ya cambio de escena. Van a seguir escuchándolo, pero ya no lo van a ver. Porque si no me pega Twitch y me pega YouTube. Si no me pegan, lo siento, chavos. Un poquito de música también para disimular el sonido. Jiji. ¿Qué creen? No les puedo enseñar lo que está pasando, pero ya se lo imaginan, ¿no? Aparte está muy bien. Está muy gráfico este pedo. O sea, la verdad es que sí. Si esto lo intentaras poner en YouTube o en Twitch, te meterían un turboban porque la verdad es que sí está bastante gráfico, chavos. Bastante gráfico. Escuchen un poquito los... pero ya estuvo ya. Ya pasó. Ya pasó, ya podemos regresar aquí. Listo.
Awake already?
For a while now. Did you know you've gained 27 new scars since we last saw each other?
Keeping count?
Mm-hmm. I do that sometimes.
Did we make it to the moon?
Forgotten already?
No, not the sort of thing you forget.
Exactly.
Sound like you wish you could.
No, I certainly won't forget that. And I definitely don't regret it. But I do need to sort it all out in my head. Alone.
Shawnee, wait. Before you go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later, Geralt.
Así se despiden así, ¿no? Después de todo lo que no les pude enseñar, se despiden así nada más de... ahí nos vemos. Ahí nos vidrios, crack. Ok, banda. Pues... y aquí lo que sigue es ir con Olgierd y decirle que ya lo hicimos, pero... bueno, se los puedo enseñar rápido. Ya llevamos un muy buen rato igual. Unos minutitos extra no creo que le hagan daño a nadie, ¿verdad? Después de 2 horas y cacho. Casi 2 horas y media. De esta historia de la Dead Man's Party. No creo que le haga daño a nadie un ratito más, ¿no? Lo que no hay... es que no sé por qué se le puso el mouse. O sea, ven aquí el mouse. No sé por qué se le puso. Pero bueno. Ignoren un segundito.
What are they doing?
Play. Overgrown wains, you see. Have you any children, Geralt?
None.
Oh, yes. Forgot witches is sterile. Well, don't just stare at me. Tell me what brings you.
Podemos jugar Wind, bueno, eso ya lo hago después, nada más le digo que ya...
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say?
Supongo que le vamos a enseñar la carta que escribió con su sangre.
Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Sí, la carta que escribió con la sangre de Geralt.
It's unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Is that all? Or have you something else?
Gonna work on getting you Borsodi's house next.
Best of luck. Enjoy.
Ok, y aquí nos deja el camino para la siguiente misión, la siguiente parte de la historia, que es el segundo deseo. Pero bueno, hasta aquí terminamos hoy con esto. Duró, pues, iba a decir que duró más de lo que esperé, pero no, la verdad es que ya sabía que esta parte no era precisamente corta, esta misión no era breve. Y bueno, espero no se hayan aburrido muchos. Bueno, al menos tú, Lalo, que fuiste el que se quedó hasta el final, creo. Y pues nada, muchas gracias a todos los que lo están viendo en YouTube también. Saben que esto lo estamos jugando en vivo en mi canal de Twitch, descripción. Y pues nada, poco más que seguirles agregando, llevamos muy buen rato. El video ya quedó bastante pesadito, en cuanto a gigabytes. Espero que no os hayáis hecho pesada la historia también. Pero bueno, a mí me gusta mucho, se las quiero compartir. Es algo de mi corazón. Nos vemos, gente. Muy buenas noches. Adiós.